Okay, let's dive into this explainer. Today, we're stepping into a deeply personal, wonderfully detailed world. We're going to take a close look at the ongoing gardening journal of an author named Ang. It's a fantastic, really intimate look at the everyday reality of tending a garden. It captures both the inevitable setbacks we all face and the absolutely fascinating science of plant recovery.
This entry drops us directly into Ang's garden on a very specific date, June 26, 2026. Starting with the greeting, Notes on Gardening Part 937, Dear Interweb, establishes this immediate, highly relatable connection. By Part 937, you just know this author has experienced the full spectrum of soil triumphs and tragedies, which sets a really grounded stage for the microstory we're exploring today.
Section 1. The Unexpected Storm. Every good story needs an inciting incident, right? And out in the garden, well, that usually comes from the sky. And this brilliantly illustrates the dynamic, sometimes chaotic weather of a tropical climate. We're looking at a massive clash of elements here, an ongoing heat wave violently interrupted by an unusual, incredibly heavy downpour. Just imagine a garden baking under a relentless sun, only to get suddenly pounded by torrential rain. That kind of environmental whiplash, it inevitably takes a toll.
Section 2. Opportunity in the damage.
You know, when a violent storm tears through, it's so easy to just look at the wreckage, get frustrated, and basically feel completely defeated. The specific casualty of this tropical storm was a beautiful Mussaenda red plant, specifically a variety known as Dona Luz, which suffered a severely damaged stem. But instead of just mourning a broken branch or throwing it into the compost bin, Ang completely flips the script. Ang sees a silver lining here, a literal opportunity for propagation. It's such a wonderful lesson in optimism. A broken piece isn't the end of the plant, it's literally the raw material to create brand new life.
Section 3. The Science of Propagation.
All right, pivoting from a narrative of survival into a highly structured, practical how-to, Ang outlines a precise two-step botanical intervention. Step 1. Prepare the stems by making a clean cut just below the node. Step 2. Trim the remaining leaves exactly in half. So the crucial point is that this careful preparation isn't just haphazardly sticking a broken branch into the dirt. It's targeted plant care specifically designed to kickstart the entire recovery process and give this cutting the absolute highest chance of survival. Now, I know trimming those leaves might seem completely counterintuitive at first glance, but it all comes down to managing a little process called transpiration. Separated from its main root system, the stem can't draw up new water from the earth anymore. If left intact, those large leaves will just keep transpiring, rapidly draining the cutting of whatever moisture it has left. By intentionally having them, we severely reduce that water loss. This keeps the cutting hydrated while it redirects all of its cellular energy entirely toward producing brand new roots.
Section 4. Roots, Recovery, and Patience.
Of course, science and technique can only take us so far in the garden, right? Eventually, you reach a point where you just have to step back and let nature do its hidden work. And the journal gives us some incredibly promising news. Fresh leaves are already sprouting right from those prepared nodes. Honestly, it's highly rewarding to witness this kind of resilience in action, seeing the plant eagerly push out new growth even after the traumatic shock of the storm and the physical intervention of propagation. Let's move to the plant's entire timeline and see how this builds. It starts with the sudden heavy downpour damage, moves immediately into proactive propagation, and yields the awesome sight of new sprouting leaves. But notice step 4 here. Wait 1 to 2 weeks for roots to establish. While seeing new top growth is super exciting, true certainty of success requires a bit of patience. That hidden root system desperately needs those extra couple of weeks to securely anchor the cutting and sustain our new plant for the long haul.
The journal entry signs off beautifully. Till the next post, yours truly, Ang. This officially closes our narrative loop for today's entry, but it perfectly reminds us of the ongoing, never-ending nature of gardening. It's just a continuous, beautiful cycle of observation, action, and, well, waiting. We're really just popping in to learn from one small chapter of a very long, very vibrant story. Which leaves us with something a bit deeper to think about, well beyond just the Mussaenda Red. When an unexpected storm, whether it's literal weather or a metaphorical challenge, damages something in your garden, how are you going to react? Will you look at the broken pieces and see nothing but ruin? Or, like Ang, will you step up, do the work, and see a genuine opportunity to propagate something entirely new? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll catch you on the next one.